The WWE 2K26 Ringside Pass may not be as bad as you think, or could it be? I'm not sure. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I got details on how to earn XP, the rate you could be earning XP at, the rewards, all that good stuff. But before we go on ahead and get into it, I want to give a quick shout out to 2K for allowing me to capture WWE 2K26 footage early at the WWE headquarters. It is an experience that I am truly grateful for and something that I will never forget. Now make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and like, because we got tons of 2K26 content coming out throughout the week. Now let's go on ahead and get into it. The WWE 2K26 Ringside Pass is definitely different. It's something new, something the community did not expect coming in because of the obvious reactions that we got once we all heard about this. Now, when you go in initially, you see that there is a free tier and a premium tier, as they've already stated. In the premium tier, level 1 through level 20 will unlock all your DLC, which is 4 new DLC characters. And on the free tier for season 1, you're going to see a ton of legends, ton of championships, arenas, things that you're already used to seeing when the game drops. But the key detail of this is that it is free even if you don't have the premium pass. You can still grind the free pass and unlock your legends without no problem. So that's something that we want to go on ahead and obviously nail down so you guys are aware about how that works, and hopefully put a lot of you at ease that weren't aware about that. Now, you go into the premium pass, it starts with Vikingo at level 1. You have Flamer, you have Psycho Clown, you have Mystery Iguana at level 20, who I thought would actually be level 1 based on the fact that he is, you know, on the menu. He's kind of the face of the Ringside Pass for season 1, but he is level 20, which I can understand because it makes you want to play, right? You want Mystery Iguana. So that's something to go on ahead and note down. You will notice as you're grinding, you're going to get a ton of different things such as My Faction cards, belts, arenas, just a lot of cool stuff, and in-game currency such as My Faction points and VC. So that's something to mention as well, which I really like, because since I usually do play My Faction and I want to dabble in the island this year, I like that you have those different in-game currencies to kind of get you to play those modes and see what's new on there. So I'm definitely not against that. And one thing you will notice is that you also have Create a Superstar parts, new taunts, and things like that while you're grinding. So after level 20, 21 through 40 in the premium pass, you're gonna get just new rewards and stuff that you likely haven't seen before. This was a main point for me when I went up and spoke to the devs about the Ringside Pass, that I think to justify this pass, it needs to be just new stuff for the premium pass. The free pass, I can understand, you know, however they decide to do that, but the premium pass, you're charging $10, you're making people grind. You need to justify it, and they confirmed that everything that you will see on the premium pass will be new, including new moves, taunts, belts, championships, arenas, all that good stuff. As I mentioned earlier, I just want to again just clarify it to you guys. So that was a huge deal for me, and it definitely put my mind at ease when, you know, seeing the Ringside Pass and seeing what it was. And as you're grinding, as they mentioned, you are going to get 2 persona cards. Those 2 persona cards are Stephanie Vaquer with the blue attire and Jacob Fatu Mattel card. Now, when I saw the Jacob Fatu Mattel card, I immediately went to the devs and I said, man, I don't know how the community is going to take this one, to be completely honest, because I know how I feel about the Mattel. I'm not really too crazy about it, and we all know how the community feels about it, right? It's all subjective. Some people like it, some people don't, but for the most part, I know that people made it clear that they didn't want to see any Mattel stuff or any demastered stuff within the pass. So Mattel is going to be part of the first Ringside Premium Pass with Jacob Fatu. And again, this is all finalized. This is what you're going to see when you get on 2K26. It's not going to be no different. Now, I did ask about, you know, getting a stage and stuff like that for the Mattel stuff, because it truly does feel out of place when you put a Mattel character and a WWE, you know, just regular model just together. It just looks out of place to me. So if you can give me a stage, I might be able to cope with it a little bit better, if I'm being completely honest. That's something something to mention, but the Stephanie Vaquer looked absolutely amazing. Now, one thing I want to note that was a big quality of life feature for me personally is that now when you unlock a Persona card that's only just a change of an attire and it doesn't have anything to do with music or entrance themes, anything like that, it now just unlocks an attire slot under the wrestler. So it no longer unlocks a whole new character slot. I am so happy about that, because if you go into universe mode and you have an attire in universe mode that you want to use, or a Persona card that you want to use, if you have a slot, you need to go and use that slot instead of just using the regular superstar. So that for me was a big quality of life feature. Like, shout out Cornell, he was there when I saw that. I was really happy about that. And again, it's just those little things and details for me that may not seem like a big deal to others, but to me, it's something that genuinely does affect the game in a positive way when you see that, because if you're playing different modes, you no longer have to switch slots or switch championships to that slot to be able to see that attire in game or in universe mode. Now, while going through the past, the AAA Mega Championship was on there, the one that you guys saw in Dominic Mysterio's entrance during Raw. That is in the past. I believe there was about 2 championships on there, and you also had some arenas as well. So we're gonna get into the arenas in just a moment, but a bunch of new stuff, which makes me wonder, are we gonna get weapons and things like that with the new DLC packs? Because this was something that was integrated in patches when we got the new weapons added. Like 24 was one where it felt like every single DLC pack, there was something new to go with it, right? So now it seems like that's all going to be integrated into the Ringside Pass, because another example that I have for this is the Saturday Night Main Event Arena that was added last year. Could that be something that now, instead of just patching it in, they just throw it on the Ringside Pass and you got to grind and unlock it? So just a couple things to mention with that. The level 40 reward for the free pass was a Bray Wyatt bundle, a Fiend bundle. You're gonna get Bray Wyatt 2023 and a Universal Championship belt, which again, I can understand some people's frustrations that really like Bray Wyatt, and now you got to sit there and grind to level 40 to be able to use Bray. For the level 40 reward for the Premium Pass, you get 2 arenas. You get Triple Mania, and you also get Worlds Collide 2025, which again, big deal to me, because again, new stuff right now. Worlds Collide being a big part of, you know, the level 40 reward is cool. I did mention a couple suggestions for the pass and seeing how that goes, but just seeing, you know, that was the level 40 reward, I can understand it, right? Because that's an arena, something that, you know, people really may want, and something that's really just exclusive to the pass at the end of the day. So there you guys have it, the level 40 rewards. They are, you know, pretty cool. I like the arenas. I understand how you guys may feel about the free pass again, but the arenas being in there and just new stuff being in there was a big deal to me, so I wasn't mad at getting new arenas for the level 40 reward. Now, just to compare it just to the free pass, obviously it's not even really comparable, right? Now, you look at the free pass, you're still getting some cool stuff, but it's not really end all be all, right? You're still getting a ton of stuff that you've already seen before. But something that I do want to go on ahead and point out is that in the free pass, you are able to get RXP 10% boost passes, which you can actually stack. And what I mean stack is that if you're going to have a long day on the game, you can claim them on that day and you can put them all together. Like the most I saw was 2 hours, and minimum I saw was an hour. So if you take an hour and a 2 hour one, you can stack them and play for 3 hours straight and take the boost that it gives you, right? And the cool thing about it was that some people may not like, but I actually like, is that you can claim the rewards at your own time. So it doesn't force you to play at a certain time or anything like that. Like if I get off the game and I unlock something, I can get back on the game tomorrow and actually claim it. And that's something that they mentioned to me, that as soon as you claim the RXP 10% boost, that's when it will go live for you, and you are going to have to play to make sure that you're taking advantage of the XP boost from that. So just a couple things to note, right? I like the fact that they are doing that and they're giving it away in the free pass, so it doesn't necessarily affect you if you don't have the pass. Now, if you're somebody that got the base edition of the game and didn't get the premium pass because for whatever reason you can't get it, you can grind to level 40 with the free pass, and when you buy the Ringside Pass, you are able to unlock everything that you missed out on. So everything is kind of linked and meshed together. Something to mention as well with the Ringside Pass, when you look at it and you really see it, you can grind all the way to level 40 on the free pass. As soon as you buy the Ringside Pass, everything from that premium tier also unlocks that you weren't getting before because you obviously didn't have the Ringside Pass. So for those that may be worried about that, no worries. You don't have to worry about that. And as most of you guys, I assume, already know, these passes also don't expire. The biggest takeaways for me from the rewards is that my mind was put at ease when I was told, hey, we got you. Everything is going to be new in this pass, and we already saw new moves and taunts and island unlocks and things like that, and create a superstar parts, which I can understand where people may go with that as well. That's a negative to me, in my opinion, because you don't want to lock those parts and then kind of lock a certain percentage of players that don't have those parts or don't buy the Ringside Premium Pass to miss out on those creations that people upload to community creations. Again, that's sort of like an island thing from last year where people felt a certain way about certain things being locked. So something to mention with that as well, those parts being locked behind there. So if you don't want people to feel that way as creators, of course, then don't use it. If you want to use it, go on ahead and use it. Just something to go on ahead and point out, obviously. Now we get into the nitty gritty. We talk about how to earn XP, how we going ahead and earn, what rate are we earning this XP at, because that's what's important to many, and rightfully so. You get at least 100 XP from just winning a match. Now, the one thing I want you guys to notice is that it's going to be 800 RXP per level. They told me that that doesn't change. Now that could go up in the future. We don't know, but for season 1, 800 RXP per level. So at the very minimum, you need to go on ahead and play 8 matches and win them. What's a little bit confusing to me personally for right now, because I couldn't really get a huge feel for it, because if I'm being honest, they let us skip the whole damn thing. Now, I played a couple matches before I got to skip the whole damn thing, but I wanted to get you guys gameplay with these AAA characters and all that good content and all that good stuff. So I skipped, y'all. I did. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all, so I can't sit here and tell y'all directly I got a huge feel for it. But it seems like if you play 8 matches and you're doing it in a certain way to get it done fast, you get done and you get past a level. With that being said, I was told that you can absolutely get more than 100 RXP. So you can play the game in whatever fashion form you want, and you're still gonna get XP. And at the very minimum, if you win, you're looking at around 100 XP. Now, again, this was not the final build. This could change, so just something to note. But I wanna go on ahead and make you guys aware of this, of course. It's a work in progress. Some of these things can change, they can stay the same. We don't know, and we won't know till 26 drops and we're sitting there playing the game and we're earning. That's really where I'll be able to give my full thoughts on how I feel about the whole leveling up situation and all that good stuff. So we'll have to see. At the end of the day, I can't tell you if this pass is great or bad, right? I like the rewards that are in the premium Ringside Pass, but I also want to see, once I have the game in my hands, at what rate am I actually leveling up without having to buy skips or spend money. This is all subjective, and it will continue to be subjective throughout the whole community. You guys will be able to judge this once the game comes out. Once you play it, you're going to know if it's not respecting your time, if it's respecting your time. But the idea that I got from the devs that I spoke to is that they are trying to respect your time. That is where I will leave it at. Whether you like it or not, that's up to you. And that's just my 2 cents. This is my TED Talk on the Ringside Pass. I try to break it down as best as I could in terms of rewards and everything else. And if you made it this far in the video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to stay tuned for the next one, because we are giving away a couple of WWE 2K26 copies as well. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.